Hi, welcome back. Today's Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to talk about a CMA. So what is a CMA? A CMA stands for a comparative market analysis. So we're basically comparing other properties to the property in question. Now during this short video, I'm going to tell you how Homes by Henson team comes up with establishing value on a property. So as mentioned, the CMA, which is a comparative market analysis, is done prior to a buyer submitting an offer on a property and also before a seller is getting ready to list their home. Now I do have a disclaimer in our CMAs that says that we like to pull comps every 30 days because in this really competitive market, things change daily, right? So there's a lot of factors that we take into consideration. One point I really want to make is value is subjective. For example, you have a house on this side of the street that backs up to the freeway, and you have a house on this side of the street that doesn't. This house is probably going to be more than the house that backs up to the freeway. Why? Because the buyer is willing to pay more because of the location. The other factors that we take into consideration is the amenities, the size, the square foot, the lot size. Sometimes sellers will think that their property is worth $100,000 more because they have a $100,000 in-ground pool. Well, that's not necessarily the case. Those type of improvements are actually for the enjoyment of the homeowner. You don't get a lot of value out of those type of improvements. We also look at the competing market. What's actually active that's competing with this certain property? Typically, we go back 3 months to 180 days, depending on the location. We look at everything that's sold. We start within a mile of the subject property, but in a rural location, we can actually extend our parameters up to 10 miles. When we're establishing the value, we always put on our buyer's hat and we look at the subjective value, what a buyer will think this property is worth, but we also put on our appraiser's hat and we look at the facts. Majority of the time when you get into contract, the house is going to have an appraisal. So anytime we're establishing value, we want to make sure that that house will also appraise or definitely address it in the negotiations. So hopefully that answered your questions on what a CMA is. And if you have any additional questions, or even if you're a client of ours and you would like a CMA done on your property, maybe you're going to refinance and you just want to know how much equity you have, feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to provide that for you. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you'd like to get notifications of these videos that we post every Tuesday, don't forget to hit the bell for notification. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday.